Oh shoot, you would think after 27 years I would remember that I still have this low-tech child safety latch installed on this bathroom vanity cabinet. Now I installed this latch back in 1999 when my wife and I were expecting our very first child, our son Andrew. And like all good parents, we wanted to be able to protect him from all of the potentially dangerous and life-threatening household products that lurk behind cabinet doors just like this one. And as you can see, we have some examples of products that can be potentially dangerous and life-threatening. For example, we have this soft scrub cleaning product that contains bleach. Here's 70% rubbing alcohol. We've got some shampoo, bars of soap, deodorant. And this latch, as you can see, has held up and it works and has worked for 27 years, but I can also go over to these drawers and open them up and show you where the button has actually broke off. The spring is still there, and if you're not careful, you can prick yourself with it. And the same thing with this one down here. So I actually need to remove those and maybe look for a new option. And I can show you that one of the things that I really dislike about this low-tech latch is that if you're not careful, when you go to open it up, the way it works, you open it up far enough to push your finger on the button right here that pushes the spring down to disengage the latch. Now, if you're not careful, and when you go to do that and you let go, the door, smashes your finger. And that's happened to me on more than one occasion over the past 27 years. And it also happened to my son when he was a toddler. And so there's got to be a better way. This is 2026, right? With all the technology that's out there, there's got to be a better way. And by the way, I came up here to get this shampoo. So with the potential of becoming a grandfather someday, I started thinking maybe I need to be looking into what's available when it comes to childproofing your home. So as fate would have it, a representative from a company called eLinkSmart BestKid reached out to me through my YouTube channel to ask if I would be interested in doing a collaboration project with them on one of their products. And you won't believe it. They sent me out a sample of their smart cabinet lock to give it a try. And I thought, like, what are the odds? I was just talking to my wife the other day how we need to go back through and look at childproofing our home for the potential of having a grandchild someday. As fate would have it, I have the opportunity to try out this smart cabinet lock. So I'm going to show you what's in the box, how we go about installing this on one of my cabinets here, and talk about the pros and cons of this particular product versus the low-tech product that I showed you earlier in this video. Okay, before I open up the box to see what's inside, let's examine the front of the box. It says Smart Cabinet Lock, no need drilling. That's interesting. Apparently there's a mobile app that you download. It also looks like it works with an iOS, an Apple Watch. It has looks like an RFID card and NFC. That's interesting. All right, and so when we open it up, we have user manuals. Looks like an installation guide. And this is the latch. It looks like it contains or requires AA batteries. And I guess this is another piece that I'm guessing is used with the latch, I'm guessing, based on the picture here on the cover. And I see no need drilling here. It looks like we have some sticky tape, double-sided sticky tape. Oh, they give you two of them. Oh, and here are the RFID cards. It looks like there's two of them here. That's interesting. And I guess if you want to install them more permanently with screws, we have screws here as well. And it looks like they have double double-sided sticky tape for the other part of the latch. So let's see how easy this is to install. So here's where I'm going to install this smart cabinet lock. I'm going to install it on this door right here in this vanity. So let's get to it. I think what I'm going to do is install it right here on this door. And I think the first thing I'm going to start out with is this part of the latch. I'm going to get the double-sided sticky tape right here, and I'm going to peel one side off, just like that, and line it up here on this part of the latch. Just like so. Press it down. Just like that. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is attach it with the sticky tape right about, let's see, right about here. So now I'm just going to go ahead and remove the other side of the sticky tape and mount this right about there. Just like that. Okay, so should still close. Perfect. Okay, so now I just need to line up the latch. I've already put the double A batteries in. You just open it up like so, and install the batteries right there. It takes 2 AA batteries using Energizer. And you just close it like that. This is the latching mechanism, so it has to line up so that it fits right in there, just like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and apply the sticky tape to this part of the latch. I happen to have one of them right here. Just peel that off, just like that. Okay, and I've got the latch right here. Just going to line this right up. Just like that, and press down. Okay. Now it's just a matter of lining this up. So before I install this part of the latch, I need to talk about how you go about installing the app that comes with this. So if you go to the Smart Cabinet User's Manual and you open it up here on page 5, they have a QR code, and you can scan that with your smartphone, and it'll take you to your app store, whether you have a Apple App Store or Google Play Android. You just scan the QR code, and that will take you to the store to be able to download the app. And there you just go through the steps and just follow the instructions here in the manual. It's pretty detailed and self-explanatory, but it walks you through the process of installing the app and being able to use that to program the device. So once you have the app downloaded, this is what it looks like. It says eSmart Lock. You just press that, and it's going to bring it up, and I know it's kind of difficult to see here on my screen. This is where you have 3 tabs here at the top. Right here is the device that I've already linked to the app. So how this works, it uses Bluetooth technology, and with the app you're able to connect to the actual lock. I'm going to show you, and I know it's kind of blurry here because of the poor lighting and my camera, but you just push this button right here to unlock it. You'll hear a beep. It will go down, the latch goes down, and then after a few seconds it goes back up and relocks. So that's how that works, and I'll give you a better demonstration here once we get this installed. You also use the app to program the RFID card, which I'll show you here in just a minute. So now it's just a matter of lining this part of the latch up with this right here so that it goes right underneath and connects. And I think what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to remove this drawer so I can stick my hand inside and around and close the door so I can get it stuck. I think that's going to be the easiest way. Okay, with the drawer removed, this should make it very simple to line it up. So I just need to close this door and go underneath here. I know you're not going to be able to see this, but just going to try to line it up. I'm going to hold it up right there, like so. Push it in. Okay, so now it's latched. So to unlatch it, I'm just going to go to my app. It's going to connect with the Bluetooth technology. Right there it is. And it just unlocked, just like that. Now you'll see the latching mechanism come back up. Just close it and it's relatched. Open, push the button, you hear the beep, lets you know that you can open it. Now it's back to being latched. All right, let's look at the RFID card. All right, so they provide you with two RFID cards, one of which I've already programmed using the app. And there you hear one beep. That lets you know that it's unlocked. The latch is going to come back up here. There it is. Just close the door. Now it's back to being latched. It's just that simple. Isn't that cool? All right, now I'm going to show you what it sounds like with a card that's not programmed. Okay, you hear 3 beeps. That lets you know this card has not been programmed. So we're going to go ahead and try to program this card with the app. And I know it's going to be difficult for you to see, but you can go on here, Card Manager, which is the middle section here. And of course I've named the first one here. So now we're going to add, we'll hit the plus button here, and it says please enter a card name. Okay, so I'm going to just give this a name here. I'm going to name it after my son here, Andrew. Okay, I'm going to add the card. Okay, now with the card up here on the app, you just go over here, you hold it. There it is. It says registered successfully. It shows up on your app. So now I should be able to open it with the Andrew card. And there it is. Just like that. Pretty cool. The latch will come back up here in just a second. Close the door. Back to being locked. Now the representative only sent me one sample to try. So I did try it on a door, but they also work on drawers too. It's the same principle. You mount the one piece of the lock on the drawer front and the other part on the frame. It's really pretty simple. So one more thing I want to share with you. You can disable the lock using the app, or you can also disable it by just taking the batteries out. Now I'm going to open it with the RFID card. I've already removed the back here for time's sake. The latch is up now in lock position. If I remove the batteries now, it's going to stay in that lock position. So what you want to do is remove the batteries once the lock is down. Okay, so now that it's down, I'm going to remove the batteries, and it's going to stay in the open position. So now, if you don't have little ones around, you can just disable it by taking the batteries out. You can also disable it, as I said, by using the app. Now, if you want to reinstall the batteries, you can do that by just simply putting the batteries back into place, just like so. And then use your card or the app on your phone, and that will re-engage in the latch so that now it works. And so this is probably the way I would disable it, is do it this way, because with the app, from what I saw in the app, you actually disconnected it from the app using the app. So if you want to keep it connected to your app so that it's still functional, all you got to do is open it up, use your card or your phone app, and then get it in the open position, and then remove the batteries, and now it does not have power to engage the latch. Okay? So just a quick, easy tip there for you. So to review, here's what I love about this smart cabinet lock. First, it's hidden. You don't see it. It preserves the overall appearance of your cabinet because you don't see it. Second, it has multiple unlocking methods. Unlike that low-tech latch that I showed you upstairs in my bathroom, where you have to push down the button and hope you don't smash your finger, this gives you options. You can use your cell phone, and we all know we have our cell phones with us all the time, or you can use the RFID card to swipe it, open it up that way. Third, this was relatively an easy DIY installation. I think just about anybody could do it that has some knowledge of putting things together. And finally, I think it's a great solution for homes that have children, or potentially, in my case, grandchildren, or perhaps if you have an elderly parent who maybe is in the beginning stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, and you want to protect them from getting into something that might be harmful to them. This is a great solution, and you can control it, and as you saw on the app, you can even add other people so that they also can use their cell phones to open this up when they need to get into the cabinet. You can also leave it unlocked when you don't have people in your home, small people, who can get into things and potentially get themselves hurt or worse. So overall, I think this is a great product, and in fact, the representative that reached out to me provided me with a link where you can save 15% off. And I'm going to leave that link in the description below, and I'll also put it up here on the screen. Until next time, please be safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.